The show features adults using adult language and discussing mature topics. You have been warned.
Games we had, one of my other friends made a great idea of using a certain spell on a bell tower where one of our enemies flew into. Well, I did exactly that. I used a chromatic orb of thunder, hit the bell dead on, and if I'm not mistaken, didn't I crit on that shot?
Yes. Also, we're live.
Effectively. Oh God.
Oh. I appreciate, Scotty, the taking my page out of it and just being like, we're starting now. It doesn't matter what you guys do, we're starting.
Good evening. Your normal host cannot be here. He is dead, tired. So I will be your host for this evening.
Jinkies.
For a split second, I thought you said.
Do we remember what happened last time?
We all got turned into vampires, and we have cool powers now.
No.
Oh, good. I can go punch Strahd now.
Wrong campaign.
No.
Also, I'm not gonna
actually,
lie. I had an ad pop up with Scotty's channel, and it was a Borat ad. So it is like these accents are very similar.
Very nice. High five.
High five.
We escaped from the aquatic planet with that one ship. And then when we showed up to this...
A penguin king.
Yeah. Then when we showed up to this space hangar, or something like a space docking station, a bunch of mercs or something went to come up to us and be all mean or whatnot. I don't know. Seemed like they were just bullies. And then a dude in a 3-piece suit just came up and breathed fire on them, killed them all instantly, and then gave us an offer about how he's from like multiple realities or something. This is one of the few that could possibly survive. And there's a giant nanite swarm that's slowly consuming the entire galaxy, and he wants us to stop it. That's what I remember.
Specifically, you already have the means to stop it, but the means to stop it is going to be complex to get it there. So you might have to do some mercenary work of your own.
If we don't want to become a suicide mission, then we want to make sure we upgrade this stuff.
Right. Exactly.
Great. We have to do everybody's
loyalty
mission. Thank you. Damn it.
I got you.
Thank you.
Thankfully, these NPCs don't have loyalty quests.
No.
I intentionally excluded all of that.
No.
Players, however,
there's a few of you who had loyalty quests we'll be doing. So
Who's the Harley Quinn of this Suicide Squad?
I'll run around with a baseball bat
to transition
and do nothing else.
Yeah. And that's where we're going to transition, because those mercenaries weren't just being bullies. They were after two of you.
Oh, that's right.
Two of you very specifically that they pointed out when they approached.
What are you talking about?
I think they were specifically the two that aren't here right now.
No, it's the two that are here right now.
Talurra and Nox.
Yep. They pointed right at Talurra and Nox and said, you have bounties on your head. And we're here to collect.
And Talurra was 100% ready to fight.
Mm-hmm.
If I remember, Eisen was ready to fucking chunky salsa them with the ship laser.
He was going to jump into the ship lasers. I loved that. That was great. But yes, you were spared from having to fight them because Dusov showed up, as you learned his name was. And then you found out that you have to save the universe. Also, that those aren't the only mercenaries after you, that there's a specific group of them you really don't want to have chase you that might be after you as well.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't they on the station with us?
No, Mantis Squad is not on the station, because if they were, we would not be alive.
Okay.
You don't think that Mantis Squad is on the station.
I just remember there being something mentioned about other mercenary squads, I thought, on the opposite end of the station. So that was my...
No. Well, there's other mercenary squads here, but the actors seeing what happened, they kind of stay away from you. Even though Dusov teleported away, they kind of stay away from you. Oh, those of you who see him teleport away can make an Arcana check for me if you want to identify the spell he used.
Sure, why not?
Might as well.
Sure.
I got a 12.
It was some high-level magic.
Wait, he can cast more than cantrips?
Right.
18 on my end.
18?
4. I rolled bad.
I love the fact that I only get cantrips, so Talurra will only understand cantrips.
Okay. So that's what you identified. Anyway, the station here is, as I stated before, it looks like a battle just took place here, a pretty serious one. The head of security is standing over there. She's very broad-shouldered female human, at least from this distance. Your identification is kind of that. She has very, kind of tough-looking armor, and it looks like pretty advanced stuff. Nothing as advanced as Eisen's, of course, but she's got some pretty advanced armor. She's standing there with a fully loaded disintegration rifle, kind of looking around, making sure there's not anything else going on. And occasionally you see her put her hand up to her ear like she's talking to someone on a communication channel. And it looks like she's trying to coordinate stuff with a lot of other makeshift mercenaries or other people she's hired to try and keep the peace here. There's a lot of debris outside and surrounding the ship. There's a couple crews you see out there kind of gathering up debris and stuff. It looks like chaos. There's a lot going on, and she's the only one who looks like she's telling anyone what to do. You also note that if you help this station, they may owe you something. Being owed something is not necessarily a bad thing.
Better than being owed nothing.
Better than being the ones in debt.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking too much of our corruption game.
But you see two of your squad mates, Noelle and Meriel, kind of retreat back to the ship, complaining about headaches. Meriel complained mostly about the headache. Noelle said something about having to calibrate the ship's engines.
I figured
no.
Noelle would be say something along the lines of "goddamn fucking it's magical destiny."
Well, you did hear her mutter that after she went in to go calibrate the engines. She was like, "I have to go calibrate the Dark Matter drive," and she went back in to calibrate it. She's like, "Oh, fucking magical destiny." Just kind of walked off, grabbing the bridge of her nose in true headache fashion. All right. In that sense, your newly found compatriots, Captain Blustor Cobble, is still standing here with you, and Lil Cathion looks like he's also here. Maybe a bit more attentive than he was moments before his father showed up.
So does anybody else want to talk to the lady in charge? Because I sure as shit don't.
Honestly, she looks like she's got a lot going on, but maybe we could help. I'm sure there's a lot of crap around here that needs fixed.
Talurra starts walking up.
All right, you walk up, and she looks your direction as you kind of approach and goes, well, well, well. About time you came over this way to talk. What can I do for you boys?
Well, figured we could offer some help. You look like you need it.
Damn straight I do. This place is a frackin' mess.
Well, what do you need done?
Oh, well, let me get you the list. There's a lot. That thing did a hell of a lot of damage around here. More importantly, there's the whole floor of the ship that's cut off.
whole floor?
S deck is completely sealed. I can't have anyone go in and out of there without killing stuff that's in there. And here's the hardest part. It's my ex-security force. A bunch of Vect used to work here for us. Probably some of the best security people I've had in a long time. Unfortunately, they were all infected.
Infected with what?
The replacer. It was a virus replacer that attacked the station. The Vect didn't have the proper shielding for it. Well, you can do me a favor, though. Each of them carry with them something they call a stack. It's around their neck. Looks like a vertebrae of a human made out of metal. It's kind of glowy. If you can bring me back all their stacks, I can re-upload them into new bodies. They upgrade their personality manually into these stacks once a day. Before the virus hit, they all did an update that morning. Technically, they only really lost about 3 days. So, if you can bring me all their stacks, should be 6 of them down there. Careful, though. The replacers corrupted them. Don't know what they're capable of now.
What can we
They
expect?
used to be some of the best soldiers I had. They got weapons. They got knives. That's about all they got right now. Probably nothing super dangerous, but you're going to have to be careful. I tried to send a merc company down there to take care of them, and they never came back.
No magics.
No, they shouldn't have any of that. None of them were trained in that. They were all soldiers. Like your friend over there. She says, nodding to Eisen.
How many mercs did you send down there?
About 4.
Were they still infected?
Yeah. Tried to get rid of them. Bring them back up. Bring the stacks back up here yesterday. Mercs never came back.
Well, we shall retrieve their soul chips that you mentioned.
Yeah, you'll need this to open the elevator door. She hands you a really big, kind of metal-looking card key. It's yellow.
My giant blackened talons grab it. Probably looks
That'll open
proportionally
the
correct.
elevator door to get you down to S deck. S deck is where we have a lot of the food, so you can imagine how we all really would like to get down there to eat, but we can't. Luckily, a few of the ships docked out here had some extra supplies we've been salvaging. We ain't gonna be able to salvage stuff for much longer. If you can get down there, take care of that security force, bring me their stacks, we'll be good to go. I'll get my boys back and we'll be ready.
All right, we ready to go? Looks to the others.
Good luck. I got a few more little things you can help me fix up with when you come back.
Sure,
Character?
Nox says and materializes one of the guns in her hand.
Out of character. Oh boy, here we go killing again.
Oh, what?
Hey.
Oh boy, here I go killing again.
Go kill it again.
Whatever we do, we cannot top what we did in what we did to Alexis's game in Numenera, where we killed an entire city.
Just casually
What is this?
destroyed an entire fucking city.
What is this? Fallout 3?
Pretty much. All right, let's go.
Captain Lustor Cobble goes, well, I don't think I need to pilot anything down there. I'll be waiting over here if you don't mind. Little
Go
Captain
for it.
goes, you're down 2 people. I'll tag along.
Come on, Mimas.
On the plus side, if we find any alcohol, the captain won't drink it all this time.
That is a plus side. Maybe they've got some good scotch down there. Nothing beats a good scotch.
Hmm.
All right. On.
All right, you head over to
forward.
the large elevator area where there's a lot of different elevators going up and down. As you approach and open one, you see a slot in the elevator for the yellow card to fit. And there's as you like kind of select the floor with the key in there, it says quarantine unlocked. And then you travel down. A voice chimes in on the elevator and goes, "Warning, this particular level of the ship has been quarantined due to viral activity. Wireless communication devices are not recommended."
I'm still not putting it into airplane mode.
Worst mode ever. And as the elevator stops on the floor and the doors kind of slide open, a rather eerie silence is heard. This floor of the ship seems quieter than the other ones. Oh, I should state, Scott, do you have that link I sent you?
I will get it. I was like, shoot, I forgot.
So the rest of the station has an overhead broadcast system that is playing this noise that you are going to hear. For those of you watching at home, we have permission to use this audio. The Ambience Lab is the name of the YouTube channel, and we'll be using some of the ambiences they've created. Specifically, space-related ones. There's a lot. This particular one, I think, is just ship hangar, which works out really well for where you were before.
It is an on now for those watching. You guys can't hear it, but it will be on stream.
All right, so this level of the ship, you can still hear the audio from some of the overhead announcements and stuff that happen in the ship. There's different places, but otherwise, this area here where the elevators are looks rather silent. There's blood splattered across the hallway in this area, like some sort of combat recently took place here. Pinned against the wall with a piece of iron bar is one of the mercenaries. Kind of like straight through the mercenary's chest, kind of like dangling off of the wall.
That's a good sign.
Or who?
At least we know we're on the right deck.
Exactly.
And there is something written in blood above the mercenary's head.
What does it say?
That depends. What languages do you speak?
I know Moonspeak. Does that count? Okay.
Nani?
Common, Kori, Binary, Elven, and Gnomish.
Okay.
Skathári, Dwarven, Elven, and Common.
Man. Common, Elvish, Infernal, Undercommon.
Okay.
Oh, and also, you know my one little thing about.
Yeah, I know. Mm-hmm.
Making sure.
Yep.
Nothing other than that the others don't have.
Okay. One of you knows what it says.
Oh?
Speak profanity, does that count?
I have telepathy. That doesn't help, though. What are you thinking?
Telepathically speak with the blood.
Yeah, I was going to say, what are you thinking, Wall?
Just do the Professor X, like.
Yeah.
Just contort face, look like you're about to shit yourself.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Then all
Okay,
that comes
I
out
sent
is-
you a private message there, what it says.
Sorry.
You're good.
To whom it may concern.
Yes, to whom it may concern.
I was just going to say, all that build up, you see the telepathic scene, and then it's just, Scott, bring me a pizza.
That's all it is.
Perhaps we should move more carefully from now on. Stick to the shadows. You notice that Deborah has stopped talking, and she's only speaking to you guys via telepathy.
I hate that. I would, however, like to go scouting ahead if anybody particularly minds.
I will join you.
Do we have the layout of this level?
There's a map on the wall next to the dead mercenary.
Let's see, we are here.
Also, Talurra starts searching, just checks the body, sees if there's any interesting on them.
They have a fried blaster pistol and 2 clips.
Ah, she'll grab the 2 clips.
On this map, is it showing any strong points that we could set up somewhere?
Actually, right outside of this elevator area, there is a low wall that surrounds the entire circular room. The whole deck is like a big cafeteria, but there's a low wall that surrounds it in sort of a decorative fashion, allowing you only 4 ways to kind of get in and out of the lower area. So
yeah, there's definitely
most
a
of
fight
this,
here. Chest high walls.
I was thinking the same.
Yep, most of this will be you could take cover from like a chest high wall, basically.
Just as a quick note, just for the story portion of this, if I'm not talking with the accent, that's just going to be out of character. I don't want that to screw with anything.
Right.
Fair enough.
If I could get the voice modulator working, I could do that along with my accent. So it
would be awesome.
Question, but, anyway.
So quick call out, who is ranged combat?
Noxus.
Locathion raises a hand.
I am able to do either.
Looking at the map, are there any places that we could make a choke point to have multiple firing angles to bring them in, draw them in?
You think that you probably could, but it may require some bait.
I feel like that's gonna be me because I'm the only one who isn't ranged fighter.
No, you're not.
Oh yeah, you're also melee.
Yeah, all of mine are actually specify that it's an advantage for me being at close combat, which is something I'm still not used to.
Saying I'm a dwarf with a hammer, I think I'm going to be up close and in someone's face.
Eisen has the toughest skin.
So let's go set up in this area, and I'll make some noise to draw them out.
All right. You set up in an area just outside of... Sorry, I had to find Locathion in a book.
That's fine.
I do not anticipate him participating today, but that's okay. So you set up in a low wall area just outside the elevators. You kind of look either direction, and you don't see anything on the upper circle, as it were, not visibly. The lower circle down the flight of stairs in the middle, you do hear some stuff happening there. And you think some of it might actually happen below you as well. But the floor is solid, so you can't really see through.
Well, if everyone's set, I'll bang on the middle floor with a hammer, see if I can draw some attention out.
It would make a lot of noise.
I would like to go ahead and activate my stealth check, please.
Yeah, I say Talurra also would like to hide because I am also melee.
Okay. Make your stealth check.
Wait, how exactly does this area look again? Like, how high is the ceiling? With how lit is the place?
This whole place looks like a big disc, like a giant hockey puck.
Okay.
The upper level you're standing on has an upper ring that goes around the whole area. There's 4 staircases leading down, like double, triple wide staircases, leading down to the cafeteria area below. This area up here looks like mostly small coffee tables and stuff you'd use to sit around and just enjoy drinks with people if you're just drinking and talking. The food appears to be served below.
So we're at the top. We're heading downwards.
The elevators came in off of one of the areas, and this just a big circular walk.
Okay, I try to wedge myself with my wall climbing to be like at the corner between the ceiling and the wall as I try to set up.
Okay. What were you saying, Eisen?
I guess I'll be dead center in the cafeteria below.
I'd just take a good shooting position high up. I could hide as well.
Locathion pats you on the shoulder and goes, "Good luck." You have the effects of the Bless spell.
Nice.
Who?
Eisen.
And what's that do?
Extra D4 on attack rolls, I think.
Real quick, I've got to go mute. My stealth was 21. I now have to find a dice that has a higher stealth check.
21's still pretty good though. That's a what? 15? Also, I got a 24 for my stealth check.
I only got 12.
Yeah,
17.
Eisen, you will roll a d4 and add it to an attack roll or a saving throw.
Is that for the entire engagement, or is it limited?
For the next minute.
Once. Yeah, for the next minute.
No,
Anytime
okay.
you do a saving throw or an attack roll, roll a d4 and add that to the check.
As long as the caster concentrates on it, it's for the minute, I think.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so 6 turns of combat if it's immediate.
10.
Oh, okay.
Right. Eisen, do you start making a racket?
Hey,
All right, you head down to the center area. You hear some noise coming from some of the surrounding shops around the outside, but you don't see anything initially. As you kind of get down there, there's a lot of large metal tables that are toppled over. Really easy to make a very loud noise with.
all right. I would kick the tables over and then bang the hammer against the metal floor.
All right. You should make a really loud ringing, banging noise. You see a Vect kind of come out of one of the side doors. It looks rather twitchy and weird. Kind of like that.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, it's these things.
It's infected.
Oh no.
And it kind of comes out of one of the side doors and like turns its head like this and looks over at you and points a gun your direction.
I'd have my shield raised and my hammer in the other hand ready.
The only thing it says from the weird kind of purplish glow in its eyes as it looks at you, it just goes, "Turn on."
Sorry, I don't speak dead man.
Finish.
Whee!
Did you say finish him or initiative?
Yes.
Okay.
Finish it.
Just wanted to make sure there.
Flawless initiative.
He did get a flawless initiative.
I missed my
got a
initiative
24.
bonus of my monk.
That gag is more than over at this point. Wow, that hurts the jaw. You really do have to get some sort of dental adhesive. Okay. And what were those initiatives? Sorry.
11 for Deborah.
15 for Eisen.
Uh-oh. 15 for Zora.
Yeah, you probably got it. I've got a -1 on Dex.
Yeah, I got the higher dex then.
So I'd say
I would
Eisen's
hope so.
Eisen's whole thing is being the tank, so makes sense your dex would be low.
Oh, I'm an old British Mark 7.
When you have heavy armor, it doesn't matter how low your
Right.
dex is. You could have a 0 dex and it wouldn't matter. Well, it would. You'd be dead, but...
What was your initiative, Deborah?
Oh, 11.
11. Okay. What about you, Nox?
Me.
8?
Like I said, I missed my +4 for my
No,
monk.
20.
20. Okay.
It did sound like you said 8.
Significantly better.
I said 20.
Okay.
It sounded like you said 8.
The audio cut off, and all I heard
Ah.
was 8. And I'm like, 8? Oh.
Oof.
Yeah. All right. Leading initiative is... Come on, flat surface. No. Oh, classic red dice team scenario. Leading initiative is Talurra.
Well, I can't do anything right now because there's the enemies are a bit too far.
Okay.
So I'll currently just hold action.
Okay. Nox.
How far is the enemy away?
If you peek over the wall, they are approximately 50 feet from where you're standing, because you kind of have to like peek over down because they're below you.
Well, guess who's getting shot?
You?
I am guessing you and
I just realized I didn't tell Mimas to do anything, so Mimas is just down there with Eisen.
18 to hit.
18 is definitely a hit.
Alright, yeah. So I pop over and fire off a single shot from my conjured gun, and that is 13 damage. Force.
Okay. The damage you did looks effective.
And I think that's my turn, yes.
Okay. Well, next is Eisen.
I thought Zora would be next.
Oh no, yeah, the higher deck. Sorry, I put that backwards. Zora.
I was confused for a second.
Yeah, it was backwards. My bad.
Okay. Jumping over the rail from the upper floor, how close would I be to said target?
They're like, what did I say, 50?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, they're like 50 feet down.
Okay.
You could kind of like slide down the staircase if you wanted to go down quickly.
Yes. Bonus
It has
action.
a metal railing you can just grind down.
That's actually a better style. I like that. I'd like to use my bonus action to activate my planar focus of elemental air, which gives me an additional 10 feet of movement.
Okay.
And I would like to definitely grind down the rails to get to the lower level as quick as possible.
Okay.
But I do not know how far that puts me away from him.
That puts you within melee range.
Oh, crap. Okay.
It's right next to the staircase. Well, the bottom of the staircase.
Oh, so I'm behind it.
Yeah.
Lovely. If that's the case, then...
And with your stealth check, you don't think it's seen you yet.
Okay. Give me one. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Give me just a second. I have to double check my ability. It's the one with where the spell turns into a melee. I just need to make sure I understand it correctly.
What does it say?
I can't find it. Hang on.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. And just as a side note, I also took combat casting, so being within 5 feet of a hostile creature does not impose disadvantage on my ranged spell attacks. Where is it? I'm so sorry this has taken so long.
No, you're fine.
I should have had that ready.
I mean, it's our first actual combat, so.
Right, right.
I hate this. I should have had it ready. Anyways, I'm so sorry, everybody. This is making me
No
fidget.
sweat. Magic's a headache for most people.
Well, it's not just the magic part. This one it has specific wording. Here it is, spell channeling.
I was about to say, Channeler's very complex class.
Okay, when I make a spell check against spell attack against the creature, and my weapon isn't heavy, I can use action to substitute the spell attack with a melee weapon attack. And if it's a successful hit, it does both the damage from the spell and the melee weapon.
Okay.
That's what I was missing.
All right.
And what, Nox, what was the type of damage you did that looked effective?
Force.
Force damage, okay. I don't think I take... Yeah, I don't have either of those. So, for everybody watching, I'm going to be using the Eye of Ra cantrip for my melee attack.
Nice.
So, first and foremost, I need to make sure the damn thing hits. Back up top.
Make your attack roll.
Yep, making it now. Doodle-doodle-doo. Hey, 19.
19 is definitely a hit.
Wonderful. So, oh crap. I did not realize this. The sword does 1d8 radiant damage, backed up with my Eye of Ra, which does another 1d8 of radiant damage.
Nice.
So this is just a flash of bright light to everybody to see. And that's a total of 7 radiant.
Okay.
And
It
that,
definitely looks effective.
nice. And that is all of my turn. That's movement, bonus action, and action.
All right. Now it's your turn, Eisen.
Meaning that I'm not 50 feet above him. How far is he from me?
He's really only like 20 feet from you.
Okay. Then I will just charge in and ignite my rocket hammer as I jump in and smash down on him.
All right.
And with a hammer down.
Down!
With all the modifiers using the rocket and the blast on top of it, it's 18 damage total.
Would you get to hit? Or was that to hit?
Oh no. I got... Okay, that's how we're starting off tonight. Nat 20.
Oh, damn.
Oh, okay. All right.
Do I need to duck?
Are we doing the roll 100?
Talking about the crit
Oh,
shot?
that's up to
Yeah.
Blake.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, we are. All
of
right.
course we are.
Do you want me to get it, Scotty?
I got
thought
it.
Favored it.
Nope.
Okay.
I had it up from earlier today, so it works. Crit hit.
38.
Okay. A 38. Your staggering blow causes the target to be blinded until the end of your next turn.
You smash it right in the face with your hammer, and it's like visual, like the eyes that kind of like flicker off, like they turned off temporarily.
So with the crit damage, that's 28. No, 18. That's
It's
36.
doubled 18. Yeah.
Well, it's the damage dice you do. You double the damage dice and then add your modifiers after, which is different from third. Third, it was like you just rolled whatever and then doubled it.
You could do it either way in third, and they considered it the same.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
I think-
Now who gets to go? Deborah.
Okay, perfect. She seems to cut. She puts up her talons and makes a circle around her eye, as she's in this corner hanging like a Spider-Man or something. And she doesn't say this out loud, or she does say this out loud. No one can understand it, but I'll say it anyway. She's saying it in Skathári. You just hear like rhythmic chirping noises, like a cricket kind of thing. And she says, "As the moon cuts a circle around the earth, as my eye cuts into the soul of my foe, so I cut this circle into my foe's soul." And she casts Eye of Anubis. Cantrip.
Nice. Nice.
So... And like a shadow appears inside the enclosed part of her talon, and then like a ray of shadow shoots out.
Nice.
And misses greatly with a freaking 8. Nice. Great build-up.
Yeah. Eight misses just.
Yep.
So.
And, you know what? Can I do this as my bonus action? I'm trying to double check. No, I'd have to do that as my action. Well, Mimas is up here with Eisen, right? How far was Eisen originally from this thing?
Eisen was 20 feet from it.
Okay. Mimas is just like comes over and will aid Eisen. So Eisen, your next attack against the creature may be an advantage. Because it's using a help, because Mimas is going to use their action to help you. So he's just being a distraction, essentially.
All right. On his turn. Locapion simply holds up one of his hands, and it kind of erupts in flames, and then just flicks his hand over at it almost as if to brush wind away, and a ray of fire shoots out towards the Envec.
I
Oh,
believe that's called a long-range bit slap.
Basically.
I never say her name right. I'm sorry, but Vivacia, Vivacia just gave a D10 to Vex's character with the Quackatrons. So nice.
Nice. And the Envec takes some damage from the fire ray. And it's blind. So what's it going to do? Swing wildly. An arm blade comes out of its arm, and it swings wildly, attempting to swing at Eisen even though it can't see.
Oh, thank goodness.
And it misses. It misses.
There's a particular reason for that panic, Vex. I'll tell you. You'll notice on the next turn.
Panic. Oh, I'm sure.
Okay. Now we roll back around again.
All right. Well, Talurra's turn, and I'm going to. So how far would it be from if I were to just jump off the
50-foot drop.
Off
I
the
tried
side.
it mine last time.
That's no big deal. Talurra will just run, hop the wall, and then when she's about 15 feet from it, you see her glow, and she more or less easy way. She just Vanguard charges the infected.
Nice.
Okay.
Because god fucking damn, I love this class, and I'm going to use. I'll use. Let's see. Should I use Molten or Thundering Blade? Probably Molten. Yeah. So. 17, 18, 24 to hit.
That's most certainly a hit many times over.
So.
It's got 16 armor class, so you figured it out.
Yeah, and you see kind of, as she goes for this hit, her arm kind of glows as just digital fire is the best way to describe it. And so, it'll take 1d6 plus... And then... So it takes 15 fire damage.
Okay. It falls over and stops working.
Boom. And also the space that it's in is currently on fire.
There does not appear to be much to burn here, so it smokes for a bit, and then just kind of... The digital fire is part of the spell effect. It'll be there for a little while, but otherwise it doesn't seem to be damaging anything that isn't already rogue. Pretty severely.
So they're just kind of...
As that one falls, a wall kind of bursts open and falls apart. Another one standing behind it, where like a hole that bursts through one of the walls.
Everyone hears via telepathy, make sure to get its chip.
You saw hanging from its neck a small chain with looks to be glowing metal vertebrae from a spinal cord. And you see from the back, right at about here on its neck, there is a space where that vertebrae could click into place and be pulled out again.
I'll just reach down and pull it off like ripping up a dog tag.
Yep, that's exactly how it comes off too. It just kind of tink. And you see a serial number written on the vertebrae. And then a little nickname next to it that said Bob.
Not Bob. So who wants to hold on to this thing?
You. You're probably the one who could actually protect it the best.
I shall harvest the chips if no one else wishes to.
Nox, it's your turn. There's one of them that burst out of the wall.
Okay.
Kind of Kool-Aid Man style.
No.
Yeah, sure. Let's take another shot. It's only one more?
That you see.
All right.
You know there's 6 altogether.
That's a nat 20.
Oh, D100.
That's definitely a critical. Go ahead and roll that critical D100.
Oh, critical D100. Okay. That's a 70.
I was about to say the higher the better.
All right.
Sorry, Blake. The target has disadvantage on all attack rolls until the end of their next turn.
Don't be sorry for me. Be sorry for the target.
Yeah, and damage.
Yeah, you might need that.
Yeah, don't forget crit damage.
So that's 15, 21.
21.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Is a single shot. As Nox cycles their conjured pistol again and fires a single shot, hitting them right in the chest.
Looks as though it hits some important parts as you see sparks kind of fly out from where you shot the chest area there. And its eyes just like flicker briefly as they're still glowing like a brighter than it should be purple color. Like much brighter. And now it is Zora's turn.
Assuming it's within movement range.
Yeah, you can run over and stab at it. There's a big hole in the wall right in front of where it Kool-Aid manned out of the wall.
Lovely. I would like to do that with a little bit of style, though.
Okay.
As I get to it, Zora is a bit of a dancer in combat. So
All right.
more get
Respect
close, start to dance, and I want to do the exact same thing I did before, except I want to use one of my Arcana points to upgrade my melee attack with Thunder Wave.
All right.
So now I need to make. Actually, is that a? Oh wait, no, that's a con save. That's not a melee attack. Does that count for the channeler's abilities?
I
Channeling spells
don't.
through weapon strikes. When you make a spell attack against a creature within your reach while holding a melee weapon, you can use
If the
your
spell
bonus action.
requires a spell attack, yeah.
Spell attack. Okay, so I can use Thunder Wave like this as an attack, not a.
Yeah, if Thunder Wave requires a spell attack, yeah.
Is it a spell attack, or do they need to make a saving throw?
It does require a Constitution saving throw.
Then it's not an attack,
Then
it's a saving throw.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah,
D&D is really weirdly specific with this.
that's what I need to highlight. Spell attack against it. Okay. In that case,
I mean, you could do what you did last time.
Pretty much
I could, but I want to see how effective this is for a higher spell.
the easy way to figure it out is if it says, like, a target or a creature.
Yeah, if it affects one creature and it involves a spell attack to get it to hit them, then yeah.
Okay. In that case, I'll change it from Thunder Wave to Ray of Sickness.
Get down with the sickness.
Well, hopefully that's the point. So yeah, this one actually does apply. So melee
All
attack.
right.
Let's see what we get.
The ray of the sickness.
So close to a crit. 19.
19, that is definitely a hit.
All right. So that adds the 1d8 from my laser sword and 2d8 poison damage. And must make a Constitution saving throw on top of that.
Ooh, he's really good at those.
Oh shit.
Are they...
Not.
I was about to say, I think that's sarcasm. Maybe?
Sorry. It's hard to tell.
However, he did roll really well, so 19.
Okay, that passes the con save. So he's not poisoned, but he does take a total of 17 damage. Do I need to specify which two are poison?
No, it still takes it.
Okay.
Oddly
And-
enough.
Let me see.
That's kind of cool. I didn't realize that.
I would also like to...
What was that altogether, damage-wise, you said?
17 total.
17.
Yes. And while I'm at it, I'll also switch my planar focus over to Element of Earth. While I'm not holding a shield, my AC is increased by 2.
Cool.
And
All right. Eisen, there's another target It's about 20 feet away.
Well, I guess it's hammer time again. As I close the difference and take a swing at his head.
All right.
Let's see here. $19.
19 is definitely a hit. Their composite plating is definitely not helping them today.
They take 16 bludgeoning.
Okay. It looks pretty messed up. And now it is Deborah's turn. Deborah, you can't quite see this one. You might have to skitter across the ceiling a bit.
Can Mivas see this one?
Yeah.
Then I can see it. Being a homunculus, we share our perception.
Oh, that's right, okay.
And she'll say, "Go forth, Mimas, and show them the power of the moon." And Mimas will smile, and as it smiles, its teeth elongate, and it sharpens, and it goes, "Nah, nah, 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 nah," and it starts heading towards that one, and goes to bite it.
An angry blue Pac-Man flies towards the monster
Yes.
with very wicked-looking teeth.
Yes. Gets a... I'm pretty sure this will hit. Let me double-check the homunculus things. Yeah, a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that's resoundingly a hit.
So it's a whopping 3 damage. Just straight up 3 damage. And can this thing even be poisoned?
Yes.
Then a con save.
It doesn't say it can't, so it does. I don't know how, and I'm not trying to figure it out. I rolled really good again. 18.
Then it's fine. Nothing else.
Okay.
I mean, it has biological components, doesn't it?
Yeah,
No,
that's
it's all mechanical, I think.
it's the Vect
that's right,
thing,
it's
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Interesting.
But it doesn't say they're not immune to poison, so he takes poison damage, and you have no idea how it affects him.
They're living constructs, I guess. I don't know. Like
Yeah,
Warforged.
he's got silicon
Computer
blood or
virus.
something. Yeah. He's got silicon blood. I don't know.
So that was
muddies
my
up the
action to.
lubrications.
That was my action to boost Mimas. I will move
Okay.
over.
Did
I'll move over on the
Mimas
wall.
do damage?
Yeah, 3. Whopping 3. Piercing.
3? Okay,
Um,
got it. Okay.
and Deborah will skitter along the edges of the ceiling and the wall so
Mhm.
she can get a better view.
Okay.
And she used her action to boost him, so she's done.
Okay. All right. Now it is everyone's favorite angsty character's turn. Locathion slides down the railing and uses, kind of glides down to the middle of the room using his wings. And then he turns that direction and kind of fire slaps again. An array of fire blasts towards it. Oh, he misses this time, though. The hit bounces off the composite plating that the Envect has. And that was his turn, so the Envect gets to go at disadvantage. There's a dwarf right in front of him. So he's going to stab at you with his arm blade, or its arm blade. Rather. Critical failure. I'm really using that chart today.
Oh, yeah, shoot. Okay.
38. A 38 from the critical fail table.
Oh. If able to do so, their attack hits their closest ally instead of the intended target. And it counts as a crit.
Sweet. It swings at you, the arm blade snaps off, flies across the room, and impales another Envect that was hiding behind the ice cream machine.
And
no, not the ice cream machine.
I've always
And the ice
personally
cream machine looks very badly broken.
I've always personally
The ice cream
Thinking
machine
of
was broken
McDonald's?
anyway already, wasn't it? Like it never
you
worked.
did see the big yellow M on it that humans like to put on all their ice cream machines, and for some strange reason, every time they do, it doesn't work.
Oof. Okay, I got that one.
Mileage out of that shit.
I'm breaking it.
But that's what happens. So it no longer has an arm blade on that arm, although it has another arm with another arm blade on that arm. So it didn't really lose its melee attack. It still has another one. But that was its turn. He badly messed up one of his friends by flinging his arm blade into it from across the room. All right, great job. That was astonishing. And the initiative rolls back around again.
Talurra.
All got that one. All right, so I think they've got other ones. I'm assuming I saw the.
Yeah, you heard the other one go.
I'm assuming I see the other one.
As it got stabbed in the back of the head.
All right. Well, then I'm going to go for that one.
And it was
then,
currently
'cause
using blood to
I figured-
graffiti the wall, and then the blade went through the back of its head, and it was like, ah! And turned around.
Roo! Yeah, Talurra's going to run at them, and I'm assuming, do I have enough movement to get there? Or?
With the distance you are from it, what's your movement? You should be able
30.
to get there, yeah.
All right. I mean, I should say 45.
Yeah,
type.
you get there for sure then.
I have my blink.
You kind of like maneuver around some of the tables, which is why it took a bit more than 30, and stuff to solid the place. And then you get over there, and you see it was writing on the wall the same thing that was written above, just over and over again. And it's written all over down here.
All right. Yep. So we're really getting used to that crit chart. I got an ad 20.
Oh man.
Yeah, that crit chart is really getting used today.
Oh man, it's on fire. What's going on? Things getting overused.
I'm just scared that this is going to be our peak.
Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna be our peak.
It's B at this point.
All
It's all
downhill
down.
from here.
And
It's all downhill.
I have to show what I rolled because
Did you get 100?
I don't know about you, but
60.
No.
69.
Nice.
Well, they have disadvantage on their saving throws to the end of your next turn.
nice.
Okay.
All right, and
I
then
might put
damage.
that
You're
use.
I'm assuming it doubles the roll.
It doubles the damage
I
dice.
was
Yeah.
doubles
Yeah.
the damage dice. Doubles the roll. All right.
For ease of convenience, I just doubled Eisen's damage the first time because it was just convenient at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You'll get to roll all the
wait,
fun dice.
Also,
next time, Eisen.
don't forget that you also get an extra die. I forgot that earlier, actually.
Wait, do I?
Yeah.
For what?
Warmage. You're initiate. You're also the what was it called? The savant arcane initiation. When you roll a crit, you get him with a damaging cantrip. You get an
Yeah.
extra.
Oh boy, that's gonna be
So
terrifying.
you have 3 right now. I actually forgot
2.
that.
Right.
No,
What do you mean?
you have 1 normally. You get an extra one for the crit,
Oh,
and then another
and
one.
then extra. Okay.
3. I forgot that earlier, actually. But oh well, the creature's dead anyway, so.
So it's gonna
Problem
take
solved.
24 points of damage,
Nice. All right.
and then I'll use the fire fist again. So if it ends its turn in that space, it takes an extra D8 of fire damage,
Okay.
and that'll be my turn.
All right. Now we swing over to Nox.
I'll take another shot at the one that just
almost
flung. Yeah, that just flung the blade.
Got it. Okay. The one that's missing an arm blade.
Yeah. 19.
19 is definitely in it.
16 damage.
16. Ooh. It
Yeah, max
looks
damage.
almost
Warmage
broke.
hurts.
It looks like right on Broke's door. All right. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
All right. Zora,
Awesome.
the one in
So,
front of you is clinging on to animation.
Not for long, as long as I hit. Because I want to flavor this a little bit more as well, just because I had the thought a moment ago. In the planar focus of air, it's all the dancing and quick, agile movements. I swapped over to earth last time. So it's extremely strong, very straightforward movements, holding ground. And please tell me somebody gets these references. I think I will go ahead and hit it with another Eye of Anubis melee attack.
All right.
Oh, I thought you were using Eye of Ra.
Her right eye is wide out because that's where she uses the right eye of Ra. Her left eye is completely voided, so it uses the left eye of Anubis.
Okay.
That's the entire point of the character design there.
I like that.
Thank you.
That's neat.
That is a 16 to hit.
Just hits.
Oh, nice. Lovely. So that is another 2d8 coming up. Nice. 12.
12 damage. It is very dead.
Very nice.
The light sparks out of its eyes, and it kind of slumps over the hole that it made in the wall.
Very nice. I don't have a target yet, do I? For the next move?
Yeah, there's another target across the room.
Oh,
It's
so
45 feet from you.
we do fully see it then?
Yeah. It was behind the ice cream machine, but after you broke the ice cream machine, it fell over, and now you can see it.
Oh, I was under the impression it just took the damage from
It took
blade.
the damage because the sword that it threw went straight through the ice cream machine, and then the ice cream machine fell over. Now you can see it because it was standing behind the ice cream machine.
Okay. If it's not that far away, then I will go ahead and use 20 feet of my movement to half the distance without changing my planar focus.
Okay.
So I just assume a ready stance of Earth in the middle of the battlefield, ready for the next one.
All right. Okay. Go ahead, Deborah.
So what are we looking at here? We got one again?
So far.
Okay. How far away is it from Mimas?
Mimas went over to the other one, so it's 45 feet from
You
Mimas.
skipped Eisen.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
sorry.
was like,
Eisen,
I was like,
your turn.
My turn earlier than I thought.
Sorry, Eisen. My bad. It's your turn, Eisen.
I see how it is. You hate dwarfs. Would it use my action to grab the vertebrae off his neck again?
No, it's not. It's a non-action. It's just a quick swipe. They pull off really easy, so.
It's not that he hates dwarves, it's just that they're so easy to overlook.
You want me to punch you over there with my hammer?
Get on with the game.
Anyway, I'll grab that off his neck and charge the other one
All right.
with a long swing, the hammer.
All right.
21 to hit.
That is most certainly a hit.
Is the bless still going?
Yes, it is.
So 6,
Well, Cathion has not lost interest yet.
20, and 22 damage.
22 damage. It looks busted up, but not broke yet. About a third of the way there.
All right.
Okay. Lost initiative again.
I think
Alright,
now it's me.
Sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
It would help if I had put the initiative in the correct order the first time. But I didn't.
You could just retype it if it's messing up. But anyway, Deborah, Mimas, using bonus action to command Mimas, will. You said 40 feet away?
45.
45, of course, 45. Actually, no, that's perfect. I need a con save from it.
Okay. All right. 4.
Ooh, perfect. The space around, Eisen would notice this more than anyone else. You notice that the space around this entity seems to warp and distort. As space-time distortion on them.
Ooh. What's that do?
And Mimos flies over 40 feet, and normally Mimos would not be able to hit with a bite attack. But Mimos, you see Mimos bite at the air nearby, about 5 feet away from him, and his teeth appear right next to him in the attack. So to explain the meta, creatures within 5 feet of the target are treated as if they're 10 feet away, and creatures 10 feet away are treated as if they're 5 feet away. Moreover, other creatures can move through the target's space as long as they don't end there.
That's so cool. Oh, that's neat. I like that.
So Mimos bites at this one. Gets a dirty 20.
Ah, that's definitely a hit.
Alright, 3 piercing and a con save.
Hey, 4 again.
A 4?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's really bad. That's failing by 5 or more. Let me double check. Okay, so normally they'd be poisoned. But if they fail by 5 or more, they are instead poisoned for a certain amount of minutes, which I gotta roll. 10 minutes, and they are unconscious while poisoned that way. So it just collapses.
Oh. It collapses, but it doesn't look broke. After Mimos's distorted reality bite there.
I like to think Mimos is just holding on, just...
Yeah. Just kind of shaking his teeth around.
Mm-hmm.
His claymation teeth.
There's no repeating saves. It's just unconscious for 10 minutes.
Just freaking unconscious. That's awesome.
Wow.
Just out of the fight.
That is absurd.
That's not dark matter. That's homunculus poison.
Right. That's just homunculus poison. Lacathion shoots it with fire.
It's not going to wake up from it.
No, it's not. It still looks very unconscious and broken. Another side door slides open, leading back to a back storage area for some of the food and tables and stuff. And another one of those things comes out of the backpack there. As that kind of happens, and it looks your direction. And I apologize, I don't know the volume of this thing. It might be too loud. It might not be loud enough. I voice modded something I was meaning to have you listen to the first time. So I don't know how loud this is going to be. I don't know if you could hear that.
I heard like, or something like that.
Yeah. Yep. It's distorted with the really cool distortion app I found. So anyway, that's what you were meant to hear the first time. But anyway, that's what it says as it looks your direction, and its eyes kind of glow that brighter than they should be glow. Talurra.
All right. Well, new enemy, same old trick. Goes running at it and blinks for the last 15 feet.
Perfect. All right. Make your attack roll.
Dirty 20.
Definitely a hit.
4, 8, 14 points of damage.
Okay.
And fire damage. And yeah, if it does nothing, then it gets burnt again. And that's my turn.
Yeah, the last one took some fire damage as well, so it's almost dead.
It took 3 fire damage from that, just laying in the fire.
It's laying in the fire. The digital fire.
Oh,
It's like
That's horrible. That's got to be one of the worst ways to die.
poisoned and burning to death.
How
Yeah.
long does it last?
It's not actually. It's one of the better ways to die. It's not conscious the whole time.
Hey,
It's
it's
still-
not right. It's just slowly dying unconsciously. Oh man.
Okay, so until the start of my next turn. So it's gone. The fire's gone, but
Mimas will finish it off. Don't worry.
It's just chewing on it. Okay. That was a good turn, Nox.
Yeah, since a new enemy appeared, shoot that one that Talurra just attacked.
All right.
It's another net 20.
Come on! Oh my god!
The D100?
Yeah, you guys need to calm
Sorry,
down.
Can't take it. It's on fire.
99.
Oh fuck!
99.
Was that
Ooh,
a spell
that's
or a
good
magical
one.
attack of any kind?
Yes, it's a spell. It's a cantrip,
Okay.
effectively.
It goes awry in your favor. It holds the target in place, and they are restrained till the end of your next turn.
Inside was
All right,
going,
and the
"Just
damage
kill
now."
me!"
These things are getting riggedy wrecked.
they fucking are.
Oh, I love it. Just every time.
Remember, everybody, you have advantage on attacks now.
Yeah.
It's literally we're not finished with you. Fucking ruining.
And I
it.
was worried this was going to be a tough combat. No one's even really gotten hit yet.
The only thing you could have got better.
I honestly don't think
28
anybody's been
damage.
hit.
How much?
28.
28. Goddamn. Oh,
No one's even tested my armor.
I know. No one's even swung at you. Like the one guy crit failed. He's the only one who's gotten to attack.
He crit failed, which made him crit a friend.
Brutal.
Yeah, and he critted a friend who's now burning to death, unconsciously poisoned on the ground.
Holy shit.
Oh my god. Okay.
I believe we're overqualified.
Yes. This just further proves that only you are qualified. Zora, it's your turn.
This is almost as bad as that. Sorry,
So,
Zoom chat talking about Retroverse.
I'm torn between attacking the one that's currently unconscious and poisoned on the ground, or the one that's up and restrained.
I'm meta in here. Please attack the restrained one.
The one that's on the ground pretty much looks like almost broke. The only thing that would really need done to that would be to take the stat after it's dead.
Okay. Yeah.
And it no longer seems to be a threat. I'll just put it that way. As it's lying on the ground, unconsciously in a fire.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's not quite turned off yet, but you see the lights fading.
In that case, I do want to go ahead and use this. Shit. I almost forgot to flavor it. Zora doesn't move. She just points her palm straight towards this next one and casts Chromatic Orb
Nice.
of lightning.
I was about to say
Lightning.
which
Good
element.
choice. Good choice.
Yeah, I realized I needed to pick
Make
one there for
your
a second.
spell attack at advantage.
At advantage.
Because it's held in place by Nox's incredible blast.
Well, the first one is a 23 to hit, but that's a 17 on the die.
That is definitely a hit.
But the second one is a 25 with a nat 20.
Nice. Roll from that critical chart again. Oh my god.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
so terrible.
How many crits have we had so far?
At least
At least 10.
Hera's had 4.
10. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
pretty much.
not me. I had 2. We had 4 total, I believe.
Yeah, I've
Each one
critted-
of these things has been crit. There's been 4 of them so far. Every one of them has been crit once.
Oh wait, no, one of them has been crit though from
Well,
the.
One was crit, I think, twice. Yeah.
No, one was a crit fail.
Right, that's right.
There was
He
a
got
crit,
failed
so-
by his friend.
So we had 4 crits and 1 crit fail.
And 1 crit fail critical.
Jesus. Scotty, what does a 76 get me?
It gives you a really shitty game with a bunch of glitches. But
What?
Oh, burn.
Fallout
Oh,
76.
that took a second. Sorry.
But actually, you got the sweet number. Your attack's damage does triple the damage dice instead of double.
Sweet.
Oh my god.
Christmas.
The only-
Have that many
Traumatic
bees.
The only thing better than that,
Just so much damage already.
the only thing better than that is you just do max damage.
Jesus. I
Wow.
don't even have that
Well-
many D8s. I have to use my freaking dice roller.
roll your critical chromatic ore.
How many is it normally for
Triple
chromatic orb?
damage.
2d8?
Lead it.
3d8. So it's
Yeah.
9d8 lightning damage.
98 for a total of 48 lightning damage.
It is so dead.
Just
It
call
is
me
so
Vegeta because that's a big bang attack.
incredibly dead. Yes, that's exactly what that is.
I wanted
Sure
to go.
was a Final Flash.
No, that would have taken both hands and be a larger spell. Most likely lightning bolts.
No. The only way to be Final Flash is if it just stood there and laughed at him while he spent a minute charging it up and then went, huh, what? As it went off.
Yeah.
Vegeta, why?
Moment of my life.
And it falls very dead. As it collapses to the ground, the last two come out at the same time from the room that one was standing in the doorway of. They kind of like shuffle out. So, Talurra, there's one standing on either side of you. But it's not your turn, it's Eisen's.
So when does the non-copyright version of the Imperial March start playing?
Just as soon as somebody else plays it. So it's not copyrighted.
It's going to be like 2070 something before it hits public domain, so
Oh,
don't
never.
hold your breath.
You kidding? If Disney's still around, it'll never be public domain ever.
It'll never, yeah.
It'll never go public domain. Much like Mickey Mouse will never go public.
Haha!
Right.
I own it for life, bitch.
It's mine. Huh?
Are these two both together?
Yeah, well, they're side by side. They're standing on either side of Talurra at this point because they shuffled out of the doorway.
Then I'll charge and try to get between them and attack the closest one.
All right. You charge the closest one with a hammer swing.
Stop. Hammer time.
17 to
Hammer
hit.
time. 17 is a hit.
And 24 bludgeoning.
Okay. That looks like it did a good chunk of damage. About a third its health.
And hopefully with my positioning between them and Talurra.
You've positioned yourself so that the one you just smashed in the face is probably going to swing at you.
Oh, good.
You think the blow to the head was enough to get its attention.
Now that I think of it, because of the space-time distortion, Mimas is actually 10 feet away from the body that's laying on the ground unconscious. Still attached to it.
Biting at it, yeah.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, it is you and Mimas's turn.
Mimas continues to bite. Mimas knows it's not completely dead.
We're letting the ankle biter finish off the last one.
Is 12 at advantage?
12 does not hit.
Okay, so he's just nomming on it and you can't really do much.
He's numbing on the composite plate,
Mm-hmm.
which isn't actually hurting it because that's its armor.
You could assemble a whole lot of these things. You have a bunch of blue critters running around devouring people.
Yeah.
If I heard right, Eisen literally went like between the two, so they're flanking you now, right?
It's yeah,
Like if it was a
he
grid,
moved
it'd be a
himself
flank.
So, right.
Okay.
He moved himself so that Talurra wasn't the one being flanked.
So hypothetically, if I wanted to do a line attack, I would hit Eisen, so I'm not going to do that. Screw it. I'll try the Ionuus again.
All right.
Oh, dirty 20.
That's a hit for sure.
Or
You shoot the damaged one.
yes, I would shoot the damaged one for a whopping 8 necrotic damage.
Okay. It looks like that hurt. Okay. Now the infected go. And both of them see that they're flanking a particular friend of yours here. So they pull out their arm blades and swing. Each of them swings twice.
Swing, swing, swing to the table of my heart.
What's your AC, Eisen?
19.
Okay.
Oh, they can't take disengage actions. Not that it matters.
Neither of them look as though they're intelligent enough to make that decision at this point. Scott, tell me what a 62 does on the crit chart.
Crit fail or crit hit?
No, crit hit.
Okay. 64?
Yeah.
They got like the perfect one for their current scenario. Their attack is somehow so inspiring that an ally within reach of their target that they're attacking can make a melee attack against them as a reaction. Couldn't have been a more perfect one on the chart.
Altogether, Eisen, you take 24 damage.
You okay?
Are you down?
Nope.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
He's a dwarf. He's built sturdier than that.
Probably looking pretty bad though.
Look better.
All right. I skipped the NPC's turn. Well, that's actually perfect.
We just look over. We just look over, and he's in like wearing shades, and he's in a hammock.
Like it's supposed to be his turn, and he's just like,
huh? Oh.
Oh, sorry.
To me. I couldn't be bothered.
He's like, you got this. You got this.
He's got like a margarita, you know, just you know.
And then he sees Eisen just get slammed with 4 attacks, and he's like, oh, whoops. He runs over and, seeing that display of slaughter on one of his allies, warms his otherwise cold heart. His golden hand glows a white kind of aura ever so slightly to it, and as he touches you, Eisen, you heal 8 hit points.
Okay.
And that was his turn. So now it's Talurra's turn.
Well, I'm just gonna go punch one that's nearby, the closest one to me, with the fire fist again.
All right.
Uh, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
19 is definitely a hit. You hit the damaged one?
Yeah. Try to take down the one that's... So it takes 12 points of damage.
All right.
And now it's my turn.
Okay. All right. It looks pretty messed up. Almost dead, one would say. Not quite there, though. Nox.
Yeah, Nox will materialize a second identical-looking firearm in her other hand, or in their other hand, and will shoot one shot at each of them.
All right.
They're disadvantaged now, but... Well, the first one's probably a hit, because that's a 24. Despite disadvantage.
Yeah, that's definitely a hit.
Yeah, the other one isn't, though. Other one is a 10.
Oh, yeah, no, that's a no. It moves out of the way.
First one takes 14 damage, though.
Oh, oof. It is not looking too hot. It is looking like it has just a few hit points left.
That's my turn.
And that is your turn. So now it is Zora. There's a mostly dead one, and then one that hasn't been touched.
I don't think I'm going to move this time around.
Okay.
But I have to style this just a little bit. I'm just going to weeb out real quick. For a point of focus, whenever Zora uses the eyes, either one of them, she does the whole ninja hand signal right underneath the eye that she's using.
Okay.
Holding the blade in defensive position, and I'm going to use Eye of Ra.
All right.
Let's see what we get.
Flare is half of this game, so add away.
I just don't want to take too long to not be in the spotlight. 17 to hit.
You might
17,
you might need someone to see that eye. It looks pretty raw.
Can I have one of my spell points back? Real quick. I need to cast another chromatic orb.
Counterspell.
Bullshit. It's too high, you don't have the level. 6 radiant damage.
6 radiant? Okay. Oh, exactly enough. That is exactly its hit points.
Nice.
Alright, it falls over. Clunk.
Just holding my ground. Just gotta stand here and be awesome.
Now we have Eisen.
Yeah, so I'm not too happy right now.
I would imagine not.
As I go to beat this thing's head in.
A good choice.
Yes.
How is that different from any other attack you've done to me?
Well, this time he's angry.
He's
22 to
bleeding
hit.
now. 22 is definitely a hit.
.23 bludgeoning.
All right.
23.
And I will use... Yes. And I will use Action Surge.
All right.
Backhand him with the hammer again.
All right.
18 to hit.
That's a hit.
Mm, 19 more bludgeoning.
Whew. Man, that is, those two attacks have really locked its health down.
And I'm going to use Second Wind to gain some health back.
All right. Going all out there. Opened up the can of whoop ass.
And
That
I'll
is
get
for sure.
11 HP back.
Nice.
All right. Deborah.
That one in the unconscious is still unconscious and not dead, right?
No, it's very dead now.
Oh, it's very dead.
The fire has killed. The fire has killed it. Yeah.
The fire killed it. Darn it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mimos, let's
It
go.
had just enough hit points left.
Mimos, let's go from 10 feet away reluctantly. And the distortion ends because it's dead.
I mean, he can keep chewing on it. It's not going anywhere. It's dead.
If Neemos killed it, would it have like
It
eaten?
would have done some. It would have done something beneficial, but how far away is the rest of the combat from this?
From where
Burning
Mimos
trash?
is, it's about 30 feet.
Okay, Mimos is just flies over and helps Eisen.
All right.
16 to hit.
That's a hit.
Okay, 3 piercing and a con save. Let's hope they roll better than a 4.
Not much better. 7.
Okay, they are poisoned. They have the poison condition, but they are not unconscious.
Okay.
So they have disadvantage on all attacks and saving throws, I think. If I remember right.
Sweet. He hasn't even attacked yet, and he has already, well, like, other than hitting Eisen, he's Eisen's the only one to have been hit this entire combat.
Guess
But that's all right,
Pretty
though.
fucked up.
guess what?
That's
That was Mimas's turn, which is my bonus action.
Still your turn.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I beam. Pew. Why not?
Got a few hit points left.
I miss. It's I got less than 10.
Oh, the infected gets to go again. Well, let's see. It's just gonna keep wailing away on ice. You're attempting.
Eisen, guard!
Remember, it's poisoned.
Oh. No, wait. It rolls at disadvantage, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that worked out. Eisen was going to have gotten hit twice. Now it's only once.
And they are poisoned for 1 minute. Not that they'll last that long.
They will definitely not last that long. Eisen, you take 6 damage.
Okay.
Eisen's still up? Oh, yeah, you got
Oh,
healed. Yeah, you're up. Yeah.
Yeah, he healed himself and he got healed.
Oh, right, yeah.
And now...
Did say Deborah can heal, but you might not want her to heal unless you absolutely need to. Classic witch.
Papillon goes.
That healing is scary as shit, because I know what healing that is.
Do you?
Yes, it can actually do more damage than good. I don't like that spell.
Yes.
Because it can it can kill a low level character.
Okay, you do know what spell I'm using.
Yeah.
Okay.
We know because Hera used to play. We used to have a witch in one of our campaigns.
Oof.
All right. Well.
Wait, a dark matter?
Eisen, you take 6 damage.
Additional or total still?
No, that's it. Altogether.
Okay.
It was going to hit you twice, but thanks to Mimas, you only got hit once.
Praise the moon.
All right. Now we roll around again.
Who are
Talurra.
you making contact to?
The moon. Like I went.
That's a 19 on the die. I'm assuming that hits.
19 hits, yes.
Oh yeah. Duh.
16. Oh, and it stayed in the fire still.
Yep.
17, 18, 19, 20. 21 points of damage.
Okay. Still standing. Almost
Wow.
dead, but it's still standing.
It's almost dead though, so whoever's next.
Knox.
How far is it away?
It is from where the ice cream machine one was, 30 feet. But if you're still standing in the middle of the room, it's basically the same distance.
I mean, it was on the upper thing. Could I get within 10 feet of it?
Yeah, you slide down the railing and then it's right
Yeah.
there.
I'll move up to it, and as I'm walking towards it, they're putting together the two guns. Basically, they fuse together and form one with a couple more barrels. It looks like a little bit more. It has a little bit more heft to it. And as they come up to it, I will take another shot.
Okay.
Nat 20?
Another one?
Did you just see
Jesus Christ!
what the hell is going on?
Hera, where did you hide that horseshoe?
See, what happened is Hera's actually a luck vampire and stole it all from Cat.
Stole all the
we
luck
did have a
cat.
game today together. This tracks.
You see, the horseshoe is actually upside down, so all the luck is running out on her
Yeah,
right
the
now.
Yeah. It's all running out. Yeah.
I don't think it matters, but for the fun of it, the crit roll.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead. It's pretty much
76.
It does triple damage. You got the same as Zora did. It's triple.
It's dead. How do you end it? How did
Why
you
not I run
bother
and roll
to
the
check?
damage?
Yeah, let's
I
see
want to
how
roll the
dead.
Oh, go ahead. How dead it is, but how
Just
do you
don't hit the vertebrae.
Yeah, don't hit the vertebrae.
Rest of it just disintegrates except for the vertebrae. It just falls through.
It spins in midair. I reach out and grab it.
It dies like a Power Ranger villain. Just sparks and then explodes.
58.
Ah!
Oh, wait.
Who got putty everywhere?
No, that's Retroverse. Retroverse does
I
have
forgot
putties.
one die.
Rangers
It's
too.
40 damage.
What were you doing again?
Damage.
What was this attack
For
again?
reference, it has 12 hit points left. You overkilled by 3 times. How do you end it?
I just walk up to it,
Pretty sure.
pull the trigger, and it just leaves a very big hole where the chest was.
Alright, you just walk
Great
right up,
ship.
just right through the chest.
Before it
You
falls.
leave a gaping hole where its chest cavity held very important functions.
Hmm.
You don't see those functions anywhere. They have quite literally disintegrated from the damage that you did. It falls over in a metal clunk, and Eisen picks up the last of the vertebrae. Because I'm assuming, Eisen, you've been picking them up as they drop.
I think Deborah's been taking some too.
And collecting them all.
Yeah.
Got to
catch
catch them all.
Aside from
Well,
That's wrong.
Deborah offered, but I think Eisen was actually
yeah.
start picking
Yeah.
them up before she could do anything. So she's just been staying back on Pew
Okay.
Pew.
Yep.
Yeah, just collect the last one because there is the one that went on fire that Eisen didn't
I mean,
touch.
pew pew, skitter skitter, pew pew.
Yes. Nox is just like, smoke him if you got him.
Boom.
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right. It's definitely dead, and that appears to be all of them. You hear the overhead announcement system go bing bong. Quarantine lifted.
Mimas
Infected units destroyed.
does a backflip in excitement. But her backflip is literally her just rotating. Yeah.
It just rotates around.
Nox just the gun dissipates from their hand into thin air.
Oh, Mimas' teeth turn back to human teeth.
And they look at the writing on the wall. It's like, can anyone read that?
I cannot. Those runes are foreign to me.
Talurra kind of just, yep.
So what did it say?
Well, it says, it literally just says, sorry, my character sheet, because I have it written down. Duranin, I believe, right? That's how it was said?
Maybe it's the same thing they've been saying. Durnanon.
Durnanon, that's it.
I wonder what that is.
Can we roll some kind of check for that?
Yeah, you know, sure. Give me an Arcana check.
Yeah, I was about to say, is this like Arcana history? What's going on?
That's Arcana for sure.
Any of us?
Any of you that have Arcana.
Okay. I never roll good on this, but I'll try anyway.
16.
Ooh, 19. I called it out, and it's like, nope, F you. You're rolling good this time.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
I got an 8.
Could be a name. It could be a shoe size.
It could just be a fun thing to say.
Could just be a fun thing to say.
I would think it would be more like.
Renanon.
Where's the nearest airlock?
Over there.
Right over there.
Tips hat, I'll show myself out.
That dwarf's looking really sus right now.
That moment when you get caught red-handed and just vote yourself
Oh.
off.
Just so I can clarify, Mimas looks like Earth's moon. Like straight up like the same like palish, grayish, light gray color. But it's got like a humanoid mouth and lips on it. And nothing else. Doesn't have eyes or nose or anything else. But the mouth is like as big as Pac-Man's.
I just want to say, I saw Zora vent.
Bullshit. You were covered in so much blood you couldn't have seen shit.
I was doing 3 tasks in electrical. Screw off.
3 tasks were killing you in electrical.
Perhaps this is not something from our reality, Deborah says. That gentleman out there that told us about the nanite swarms did say he came from multiple realities.
Yeah, that's what Dad said.
Shall we head back upstairs and turn this in?
Yeah. Everything else down here is dead.
Hey.
I don't sense anything else.
Go. I think they opened up quarantine, so clearly it's fine. Let's go.
All right. You head back up, get into the elevator. The elevator goes back up, lets you off at the hangar, and you walk over towards the head of security, who's still standing in the same spot she was before. She looks your direction, sees Eisen just covered in his own blood.
The quarantine has been lifted. She hears in her head. Oh, sorry. The quarantine has been lifted, she says in comment.
Just kind of scratches her head like that hurt. That was really loud. All right. Whew. I don't know how you did that.
We wore our masks and
great.
didn't complain about it, looking at the screen.
And we fought them 6 feet apart.
I find that a little bit insulting because I'm constantly wearing a mask.
Zora's the
you're
best of
always
us all.
Never once taken it off.
I don't know, I think that's actually more unhealthy. Never cleans it either.
It's hermetically sealed, though, right? So
I mean,
I
yeah.
know. I'm being a shit.
You sneeze once and it's a game over.
You wouldn't sneeze if it's hermetically sealed because you wouldn't get the particulates that would cause
That's
you to
true.
True.
Right. That's also true.
Unless it's the dry air that's recirculating.
You have a really long nose hair.
Just like a really long nose hair.
Just one single really long nose hair.
I hand
Well, that
over the
takes care
lanyards
of
to him.
Takes care of the majority of our problems. We got a few more things that need fixed up around here. You're welcome to help with them.
All right.
The engineers are working on a lot of them. Why don't you go talk to them? It's that group of guys in lab coats over there. She says, pointing to 4 amoeboids standing around in lab coats.
The blob folk.
Blob folk.
I remember seeing them on a Dark Matter Maw.
You know that they almost always live exclusively there, so seeing them here seems rather odd.
Does that one have a power glove? Oh wait, wrong campaign. Talking about Jesse's. Okay.
I started to think that as soon as you made mention of the other ones. I was not fully convinced until now. When you know,
Greetings.
specified.
It's so bad.
Do any of you know this one of similar occupation? And I show him the engineer ID card we got way back wherever.
God. Jesus. Okay.
It was the head
Show that
engineer
to
of
give
that
me
ship,
points.
so maybe,
Yeah.
who knows? That was on the ship. That was no, that was on the planet. That was in the research area underwater.
Mm-hmm.
We found that.
Yeah.
So probably not.
No, it doesn't sound like anyone I'm familiar with.
Was just curious.
Looks like they've been bred for a while.
We heard that you needed assistance.
Oh, you've come to help. Well, there's all sorts of things broken around here. Perhaps you can assist us in some other tasks as well. You look like a adventurous lot. You're perhaps interested in some investigations of strange things, maybe? We'll, of course, compensate you.
Strange is only the norm that hasn't been found yet.
I like that thought process. Well, then perhaps you can help us. We work for an organization of me-boys that investigate strange occurrences. And they all point towards a strange, like, pyramidal symbol on their lab coats. It says SCIAD.
Illuminati. Wait, what was it again?
Skyad. SCIAD.
I thought you said Scotty. I'm like, really?
Yeah, that's what it's called. No. And we investigate all sorts of strange anomalies around the Earth. But perhaps after we get this place repaired, and it's not just a busted space station anymore, you could help us in discovering some anomalies, and we could pay you some credits for it.
I believe we could be of service.
Oh, excellent. Well, then let's start by fixing up this space station, because boy, is it a pile of garbage.
Please tell me his name tag doesn't say Droopy Dog.
No, that's his friend that says Droopy. This guy says Drippy.
Well, they take the form of whatever they can touch if they want to, right? So I'd like to think one's just like Droopy the Dog form.
I'm sorry. It's a great impression for an me boy. Please don't take that.
Please keep that voice.
No, that's the voice I'm gonna give them. The other thing I was gonna do was to go. I was gonna go.
No, that's for the Nautilids. That's the Nautilids.
Yeah, it's the Nautilids,
That'll
right?
give your freaking headache pretty quick, though.
Yeah. Well, and the headphones would just fly off my head at some point.
Mm-hmm.
The oxygen generation system is very badly broken. The oxygen here will last for only a few more days if we don't get someone over there to fix it. You could probably help us with something very specific, miss. They point at you, Deborah. The outside of the ship, the shielding system has been damaged. We just need someone to go out there and take off the broken one of these and plug this one in instead. You should find it near the top. It's a large antenna.
What does this look? What does it look like? Whatever I'm holding.
It looks like a strangely diamond-shaped piece of crystal that's blinking. There's one of these cracked at the top of the ship. You just crawl on the outside up there and take the cracked one out and put that one in.
Should be easy enough.
Then the shield should come back online. Well, you already took care of the quarantine. That was great. Well, and our long-distance communication system is very badly damaged. We're going to need someone to help fix that, too. And several of our auto repair robots have gone completely bonkers. They just keep spinning in circles and screaming some weird word we've never heard before. Duranan and Durnanon. I think it was Durnanon.
Talurra just oh god.
But they're not attacking anyone. They're just dancing in circles. We just need someone to go over there and wipe their data. It holds up a small jump drive. It requires a bit of finagling, though.
Nox takes it. I can do that. I know my way around that kind of stuff.
Perfect. Anyone else want to help us fix the oxygen system or the communications array?
I shall take care of the crystal replacement.
Great.
Ironically, the one with the mask will offer up assistance for oxygen.
That sounds outstanding. Drippy looks at you and goes, well, come this way. Drippy leads you over. Droopy looks over at the rest of you. Well, I guess that leaves the rest of you helping me with the other thing.
Deborah pokes one.
It kind of goes like...
Doesn't it turn into like a... No, that's only if it willingly wants to, but it can turn into a Skathári if it wanted to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you kind of like... Don't do that.
I have a sudden craving for Jello.
It's not the first time I've heard that.
Are they all... I'll ask, because I think they're all in different... They can be like many different colors. Are they all like blue, or are they just like a variety, like a rainbow?
Nope, they're all blue.
Okay.
There's Drippy, Droopy, Droppy, and Slappy.
Nice.
It's literally what their name tags say.
Oh god, who raised all the Mr. Mystics to help with the repairs?
They walk like rubber hose cartoons.
Yeah, they do. They kind of.
I love the Muboids so much. All right, Deborah will crawl up onto the roof of the hangar, where it'd be the closest area to go outside, and then we'll go out that way and go to replace the crystal.
All right. You begin your trek to the top of the antenna to replace the broken crystal. And I need Nox to give me a data check, and I need Zora to give me a technology check.
Check. 19 check.
You deftly repair the oxy regeneration system and upgrade it so that it filters out those tiny dust particles that nobody likes.
So I do have a question. If I chose to sabotage that...
You would kill everybody, including yourself?
No, Scotty. Mask.
You'd kill most of the people here.
Most of the people here, you think, probably wouldn't like not having oxygen. The robots wouldn't complain, though.
I think we would have oxygen long enough to figure out that you were the one that tried to repair it, and...
That you're sus?
No, it was Yellow. Yellow was in oxygen. I was up in admin.
I'm wearing my armor, so I'm good.
We have enough guns that we don't need to space you.
It's... Oh, boy.
I'm calling an emergency meeting.
I'll stop. I'm sorry.
All right, Nox, what was your data check?
Hera, you're muted.
I know, I'm looking up my data. 19.
19.
Wow.
You deftly wipe all of the robots of the strange virus that was in them, using the antivirus stick there, including the ever tricky, very hard to catch broom that was dancing around the room at a fairly fast pace.
Did it have buckets of water?
No. They have more advanced mops now. They don't have to waste that much water.
Oh, I thought it was just like a tiny Roomba kind of thing.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was. But it was zooming around so fast, you really couldn't catch it very well. But your data check was so high, the Zumba was caught.
Oh, so it's kind of like a little mouse.
I imagine how I did it is I have an upgrade to my mending cantrip, and I can actually create physical barriers with it and stuff. And it just... just created like a box around it so it couldn't go out.
Yeah. And then finally managed to catch it because it was just bouncing around him. But you repair all of the repair robots, and they begin walking around fixing the rest of the ship. You know, these level of robots here, they have the intellectual equivalence of a dog, but they're very good at following a single command. And they know how the ship's supposed to function exactly. So they can repair everything that was broken, almost. But if something new was added, they wouldn't be able to fix it.
Ah, like Modron. I like them.
Yeah, they're very much like Modron. Not very intelligent, but they're very good at that one thing they do.
They probably connect to something to recharge, download updates and such, right?
Yep, yeah.
I'm gonna check that for corruption as well.
Good choice. It was also infected, and you clear the infection from that, preventing them from plugging in and just getting infected again. Like, and that's what your 19 was. You were like, wait a minute, my job isn't quite done yet.
I imagine it's like I fixed one of them, and that one was low battery because it was just spinning around all the time. When it immediately recharged and came back broken again, it was like, let me fix that.
Wait a minute. Yeah. That's what happened.
This is not like a coder where she finds one problem and then 99 pop back up.
Yep. Your 19 deftly repairs the repair robots, who now begin fixing the rest of the ship that's very busted to some degree everywhere else. You also help them wipe the virus from the guns and the external weapon system, so they can turn them back on to start clearing some of the large debris up outside the
Foreign entity detected. Points at Deborah. Uh-oh.
No, they don't turn them on until you're safely back in the ship. For that reason.
There's just a crater. Nothing left of Deborah.
It's just a smoking hole.
All the bugs ever.
Just her claw hand
no,
holding
we
the
can't
crystal, and it just floating into space somewhere.
Just the main mass accelerator cannon turned on Deborah.
Yeah.
Just nothing left.
Mac cannon firing.
Yeah. Mac cannon firing.
Talk about overkill.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah, it would be. All right, well, all of you go repair all different sorts of parts of the ship very well. The rest of the group of you follow Droppy, over to the communications array, which looks horribly broken. And it takes quite a bit of time for the rest of you to kind of slowly help Droppy get everything fixed. But the group of you kind of collectively figure out what's wrong. Eisen, your suit helps you move some of the really heavy things around the room that very clearly the amoeboid is not going to be moving by itself at all. And Talurra, you also help move some of the big bundles of wires and stuff around that look to be a huge tangled mess. And you just kind of generally give an assistance. And with your assistance, Droppy fixes the busted communications system.
And I helped.
While I'm being a front loader, an alien's not going to jump out the vent, is it?
You certainly hope not.
Oh, that's actually a good question. While I'm on the exterior of the ship, do I notice any anomalies, like a breach or anywhere, or just a conveniently dead body floating out there somewhere?
Yeah, there's a lot of those.
Really?
There's a lot of conveniently dead bodies floating around.
Seriously?
Mm-hmm. From the spacecraft that were all blown up by the space station's corrupted weapons system.
Can I try to take some of them back in?
Yeah.
We have food on the ship.
Good idea, but space ruins the food with radiation.
I always thought radiation seasoned it.
Surprised that you are alive, but also not because you're a dwarf.
Yay for poison resist.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mimas is just chewing it because he's
Mild
immune to
radiation.
poison. He's just... Nom, nom, nom.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a puppy.
Puppy.
Anyway, Deborah brings them back in. As many as she can carry, which is probably 2. One for each hand.
Surprisingly, in
Arguably,
zero
you
gravity,
would
they
need-
have quite little weight.
Actually, you would need resistance to radiant damage or immunity to radiant damage to not take damage from radiation.
Yeah, that's what it should be. I agree.
It's radiation
think.
poisoning.
Eisen and Talurra, you were the first to hear from Droppy that it looks like a great deal of the communication systems are down all over the verse, and they can't really get a hold of any of the other space stations in the area to see if any of the other ones were attacked. It looks like something's trying to destroy all the communications. Everything seems to be all sorts of messed up. I can't even get a hold of the ECA anywhere. Oh, I think it might be down again.
Are there any
Faulty.
ships that you can raise communications with? Try to ping around the network.
I'll certainly look. Well, there's one in the area. Looks to be a freighter. Was staying just outside of our guns. Looks like it's heading in now. I'll send a message to let them know it's clear to dock. Yeah, they're the only ones I can see, though. Everything else, the guns looks like they took out. What a mess. The closest space station's a Maw. It's a jump from here. I could give you the coordinates, but I don't know if I'd jump quite over that way yet. It might still be dangerous. For all we know, the Maw could be attacked by replacers. That would be a real mess.
Seems like there's a whole lot of mess right now.
Oh, certainly. With all these communications down, I couldn't even communicate with another space station if I wanted to. We'd have to send a messenger ship over. What sort of nonsense is that?
I understood some of those words.
The entire quantum communications array is down. It's terrible. Oh,
Well,
Are
do
there
we
any
have
older?
drones or something that we could send out? Because if communications are down, you gotta take what you can.
Aside from
yes.
the quantum network, are there like any older, antiquated systems out there?
Well, there was this one system. The dwarves used it. It uses crystalline communications arrays. It can't be affected by technological downfalls of human technology, much like the replacers can corrupt any human-built system. The crystalline system can't be affected because it uses light rays.
Can you try to get a signal out with that?
Oh, I could if we had some of those crystals. Unfortunately, they're floating around on the debris field, and there's no way I'd be able to get all those crystals. Someone would have to brave the debris field up there with some sort of space armor to gather them all up. None of us have any of that except you. And it's going to take a couple weeks for the Vex to get back online, or we'd send them out there. We have to download their whole personality into a new body. What a mess.
So what exactly am I looking for?
Yeah, they'll look just like this. He pulls out a small crystal PDA and kind of shows you a picture of them. There should be about 6 of them.
Hey, Deborah, you still outside?
Am I?
I'm trying to raise.
You're
you
still
have
coming
comms?
in at this point, yeah. He's using comms.
I'm coming in.
Do you happen to see any crystals out there? Does Deborah have like any kind of uplink device?
No, just dead bodies. Lots of dead bodies.
She has limited telepathy. Mav.
Yeah, it's only 60 feet. I'm thinking if I'm at the top of the hangar, I'm well above 60 feet.
We're probably using our comms device here.
Yeah,
because your life
we have the
suits are
suits or whatever, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the life suits are connected. Mm-hmm.
And I remember you popping a comms device to you anyways.
Does the station have any external sensors that are online?
I could link you into some of the external sonar systems. It may give you at least a blind eye out there somewhere to see. Here's the communications array. He hands you a small antenna. Just stick that on your helmet. That should connect you to the ship's sonar. It'll at least give you the ability to find them. The crystals should basically glow ever so slightly.
All right, I'll go out and see what I can do.
All right, well, we'll be in here, and I'll start using some of the cameras once we get them back online to see if I can see anything. Unfortunately, they're all still corrupted.
I'll send Mimas with you. Maybe they could help.
I'll make my way towards the airlock then.
All right, you make your way towards the end of the hangar.
Mimas
And
hovers with you.
float off into the big black. Give me perception checks.
Mimas will
3 of them.
use their actions to aid with the help action, so you have
Okay.
advantage.
Give
AK,
me 3 perception checks at advantage.
AK Mimas is helping you look around. Because it doesn't need to breathe.
The lowest was a 14 of the 3.
Okay. With Mimas's help, you do locate 5 of the 6 crystals needed. You're 1 crystal short. So give me 1 more check at advantage.
19.
All right. You find the last crystal. All of them appear to be from some broken dwarven communications array. It was a big mess. They were just smashed all over the place. This looks like it came out of a dwarven ship of some kind. You notice the rocks all look familiar, that they normally encase the hull in for added protection or armor. The dwarves love doing that. It also disguises a lot of their ship to look like asteroids, so giant space leviathan are less likely to eat you.
Nice.
Because nobody chews on rocks, that's dumb.
No,
And
just less likely, not completely unlikely.
Looks at space-sized Zorn. Oh shit.
You come back in after it seemed like, a few ticks, hours. You come back into the welcome fresh breath of oxygen. The oxygen recycler in your suit was getting a little stale.
Mimas is covered in like frost.
Starts dripping as starts melting when you get inside.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Eisen, you return with the crystals.
I head back up to the communications room where everyone was, and I'll turn in the crystals.
Oh, great! I can cobble these together, and maybe we can get a hold of the Maw Station. Thanks. Hey, you should talk
I need a nap.
Oh, I bet. The security officer should help you with that. I bet she probably even has a spare room she could give you. The group of you could probably stay here for free, I would imagine, with all the help you've given us. I'd talk to her, though. I'll start working on this communications array. He starts fitting the crystals into a series of strange-looking lasers.
A safe place to rest would be great right now. My limbs aren't getting weary.
It's been quite a while. The elevator ride wasn't exactly smooth and easy, going up and down during the quarantine. And that fight was quite tiring, more for some of you than others, but it was still a very invigorating exercise of running around and jumping over metal tables and getting
And
Stress.
teleporting everywhere.
And just critting everywhere, Takes a lot of energy out of you.
It just
So much work.
Yep.
Dishing out all these crits.
Yep. Nosh, your back hurts from carrying all those crits in. It's a mess.
I'll just go back to the Penguin King and sleep in my turret.
All I picture is just Eisen sleep. It's just a ball turret.
Oh,
I have a hammock.
I was thinking Eisen's suit just goes into lockdown mode, and it just he's just a statue,
T-pose.
but he's just asleep in it.
Just T-posing.
Well, you have to T-pose to establish dominance.
Exactly. But no, all I picture is Eisen sleeping in like a ball turret, which would be just the most uncomfortable fucking thing ever.
Not for a dwarf.
I mean, yeah, that's used to sleeping in.
Depends on if it's a
spaces.
dwarf. Depends on if it's a dwarf-sized ball turret or not, because it'd be tiny as shit.
Deborah,
It's a human. It's a human-sized one.
Deborah
Okay, so
waves
they-
her claws around, and Mimas disappears as I dismiss him.
All right. You go back and talk to the security officer then.
Yes.
She's standing there, still in the same spot, directing people and organizing things on the docks, and everything looks like it's going a little smoother. There is a familiar-looking Vect standing next to her that has one of the chips you have plugged into its spine. And it looks like it's kind of slowly coming online. Oh, you're back. Great. Everything looks like it's up and working. Hey, thanks a lot. Appreciate everything you've done for us here. You know what? Anytime you need a safe place to stay, we've got a spare cabin with your name on it.
Perfect.
Literally. What's your squad name? I'll put it on the door.
Our
Oh shit, you're dropping that bomb on us?
our
Oh, I am.
squad name.
It's dropped.
Well, even harder since we're missing half the two people too.
Tell you what, I'll just put the name of your ship on the door for now. You can change it later.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. May I see your Vect?
Bit of an
Deborah
inappropriate thing to ask.
Deborah comes over and she takes the spine piece out and she's looking at it and stuff. and like her talon goes in it for just a split moment, like just think, and she puts it back in. It glowed a little bit. I cast antivirus on it.
Oh.
So if anything tries to nothing, it's like protection of good and evil for the next 24 hours. If anything tries to hack it or corrupt it in any way, it can't.
Awesome. Yeah. All right. She looks at you and kind of scratches her head and goes, thanks.
A charm I've been working on.
Ah, charms are good. These boys could use them.
Wards off dark machine spirits.
Certainly was enough of those around here earlier.
Yes.
Hey, thanks a lot for wiping out those viruses, she says to you, Nox.
No problem.
Those repair robots are getting everything up and working great now.
I mean, I just used the... I just applied the protocol on the stick, so...
You'd be surprised the number of people who couldn't chase down the rest of those things. That was, appreciative.
No big deal.
The one by the name of Zumba seemed very difficult. Reminds me of space rabbits from Oregon 16.
Oh, those Zumbas. I don't know why we bought the fastest model. I really don't. They're great at cleaning, but when you need to fix them, you can't catch them.
You will know where to find me. I must rest. Deborah heads off to the room.
She gives you directions on basically the group of you can stay here for free as long as you like. You have a cabin here. The cabin here is a kind of like a 10-person luxury suite, but the luxury part of the suite is it has a shower.
That's
the luxury. Most of the other ones don't have a shower.
How are the printers in here?
Sorry.
We both had the same idea. How are the printers in here? Are there can they print food? Like what all can they print?
The printers in the cafeteria area you just cleared print food. They can print almost any food imaginable that most species would order. And there is no mineral printer on board the station, so they can't really print anything else.
So they can't print salts or...
Yeah, they can print the basic things necessary for food. And they have a store of salt that they gathered from the ocean planets nearby. Somebody manually brought salt in, so...
Harry, you're muted.
Yeah. I was like, what, the food printer can't make food? I was like, no salt. No salt.
It'd be just like
they're
British
next
cooking.
To 4 ocean planets. They just go over there and get the salt and bring it back. They're not going to...
They got real sea salt.
Yeah, it's real sea salt, harvested straight from the ocean.
Hera, you seeing you're freaking out.
That was great.
It's late.
Yeah, I was thinking I was gonna print a bunch of candles, and when you guys find me, I'm sleeping, and I'm orbited around a bunch of black candles that are lit.
Oh, you could print that from the Penguin King. You guys have enough scrap that you could easily do that.
Oh, okay, I do that. Deborah's area looks extra spooky.
Yeah, I think one of our people here is frozen solid.
Yep.
Laura's gonna freeze like that.
That's the first time I've seen it happen with Vex, to be honest.
Quick, somebody, Hera, get a screen cap for her.
Already did.
Nice. And there she goes.
Oh, drop camera. Yep.
Already did. I saw it and was like, ooh.
All right. That sounds like a great wrapping up point for this evening, everybody. So you have saved the space station from potential harm and have brought everything back online, and you now have a free place to stay. You also have a place to work. The Skyad, a group of amoeboid scientists, are in need of someone to discover strange anomalies in the verse, of which they're happily able to pay you, perhaps sometimes in money, perhaps sometimes in free upgrades to your ships. And what's aboard that mystery freighter that's coming in? Perhaps something good, perhaps something not so good. I guess we'll have to wait and find out next time.
Not a zombie plague that'll wipe us all out. No, siree.
Targeting
No,
main
no.
battery.
I thought this was fantasy, not real
Or
life.
some weird alien virus thing
Called the Flood.
that transforms dead bodies into more of themselves.
Yeah.
They're extremely hard to kill. You need to chop off the limb.
No,
Okay,
it's just
okay,
cargo-
Necrons.
Oh, no.
Oh, and Dead Space.
Cargo
No, that's
hold
Dead
is
Space. Yeah.
full of,
That's the necrophage from Dead Space.
Yeah.
and it's got a cargo hold full of leathery-looking eggs that open up at the top.
Oh, we better look inside it directly with our face, like right there.
Everyone go, "Ah!"
Just open wide, like.
Huh? All right. I guess we'll start with some plugs then.
Scotty?
Yeah? Oh,
Vex
shit.
is in the waiting
Yeah.
room.
The second you said that, I'm like, shit, it was Vex waiting. Yeah, she is. Hey.
Sorry about that.
Yeah,
You're
you're fine.
fine.
I decided we were at a good wrapping up point anyway, so we're doing plugs.
Perfect.
So since we have you back, it's your turn.
Hey, perfect. Well, aside from finding me on Twitter at VexyHexy, you can find I think Hera next week, right? Yeah, next week we have a game on Heroes of the Limits. We're doing a Halloween special Witcher episode, and so that should be fun and exciting. Aside from that, check out my Twitch channel at Fractured Moon D&D, where
Down below.
Hera's gonna have a plug for soon. Hera's gonna have a plug for, and I'll let her do
Yeah,
that.
hopefully.
And that's it for me.
All right. Well, that's a smooth transition over. Hera.
Yeah, Vex mentioned something, and at soon, hopefully starting next week, on Sundays at 12:30 p.m. EST, I will be running a Masks game, where the players and young heroes are part of a school for superheroes called Starfall Academy, and learning to be superheroes. It'll be fun when I finally get to run it, because I had some health issues and that caused a lot of delays. But tomorrow we're having another thing where we're meeting. I'm just waiting now that something happens that goes in the way of that, but knock on wood. I want this to happen.
Yeah, it sounds
It's so
fun.
bad for the delays. Yeah, that's it for me. And I'm also in that game with Vex on Heroes Without Limits.
All right.
The Witcher one.
Which one? No, I'm joking.
The Witcher. Fuck you, Scotty.
I love that you got her there so super easily
That was
too.
good.
I was like, I know you're really tired, so I gotta immediately no, I'm not serious.
Eisen, do you have any plugs?
Nope.
Not any for
What about you,
Wednesdays?
Zora?
Wednesdays, punching vampires in the face.
The last one you slept with.
Oh
Next
yeah.
week, maybe too.
They opened the door to a gay vampire.
No, he opened the door to the gay vampire. The rest of us were in the inn trying to get some sleep.
Yeah. Sorry, I interrupted.
Someone needs a plumber. I'm here to fix your pipes.
Oh God. Let's cover up that mistake with if you don't mind me plugging another God, I can't use the word plugging right now. Another Dark Matter game.
I didn't make that connection until you said that.
I was like, wait, oh.
Plugging. I'm like,
Oh. Anyway,
But,
the other Dark Matter game.
Yes. On Thursdays, Jesse, another DM for the Dark Matter games, is running Quest for the Quantum Rose. It's another fun-filled action-adventure game. I don't know why I said it like that. I apologize. The Amiiboid joke was in there. It's a great game. I play one of the characters on his game along with a nice little crew of our own. And it's definitely worth a shot. He puts most of his up on Castbox first and then on YouTube later. But if I'm not mistaken, on Thursdays each time.
I might be signed up to be a guest at some point.
Oh, sweet. We never got confirmation of that from him. So that'll be interesting.
I know Aya and I both filled out the sheet for it.
Nice.
I thought I filled it out. I'll have to double check.
I don't know. You hadn't filled it out till when I did, so I don't know who else has filled it out since I reminded Jesse that, hey, your sheet was broken, my dude. We can't sign in.
And as a side note, Scotty, more often than not, I do typically leave you to plug your own games.
Okay. That's just, you guys are in it, so I think you have just as much of a right as I do.
Well, you
And
run.
I think that is a pretty good transition. Last but not least.
Okay. Thank you everyone for watching. I host the Twitch that this is being streamed on, and also where it's on YouTube. If you're on Twitch, you can see the playlist down below, which shows all of our past episodes. And if you follow me on Twitter at ScottyHood, which is spelled correctly down below on the overlay, I have a flow page on my profile page that has all my social media links, including my DM's Guild stuff. I would suggest checking out Zebediah's fishing techniques and equipment if you want to do anything with the new D&D adventure, Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frost Maiden, because there's a lot of fishing stuff in there, both in my supplement and the adventure, so they go very well together. And I think that's where I'll leave my stuff off. Short,
right.
sweet, to the point.
We will see you back here for this in 2 weeks.
Yeah, happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween, everyone.
That's amazing. That's the exact time I will be vacationing on Mars.
Bye. Oh, actually, one quick thing. Sorry, I just remembered. Next week on Halloween, having a Halloween one-shot on this channel, same time as this game normally, so 7 p.m. I'm gonna have some players that I've never had on this channel before, so that'll be interesting. And it should be a fun, goofy time because it's a one-shot and you can play whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. So, there. Sorry. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.